Let me see if this works. Okay. I was so happy watching the kindergarten have their program this morning sa Sabbath School. My wife is a kindergarten teacher. In fact, luoy kaya kong anak, kaysa balay,
MBC.
mama, excited is
Same year
kulay.
ako sa nagpapli.
Hindi, pag-eskulahan, mama gyapon. No? Let me show you this man. His name is Conant C. Worcester. Conant C. Worcester. Kadalik lang natin. Old school kayo ko na akong notes. So, Conant Worcester first came to the Philippines when he was 21 years old. He was a young zoologist from the University of Michigan. In fact, when I was researching him, a lot of the documents I found were taken from the archives of the University of Michigan. What makes him very interesting was that when he came to the Philippines was still under Spain. He came at 21 years old to study insects, insects. He came back, 24 years old na siya. At the time he came back, the Philippines was already conquered by America. And so now he had more access to areas in the Philippines that he didn't have access to before. So he wrote a book, and not only was his books about insects, but he started to write books about the culture of the Filipino people. And he became one of the world's, if not the world's, foremost expert
Dean
on
Conant
Filipino culture. And at 34 years old, Conant C. Worcester was appointed as the U.S. Secretary to the Interior. Now, the U.S. Secretary to the Interior was a very important job because he was in charge of developing the resources and the industries of the country. Under his watch as the Secretary of the Interior, he founded the Bureau of Agriculture, Bureau of Health. He opened the Philippine General Hospital, several other bureaus, and he started several agricultural schools. He also pioneered the copra and coconut oil industry. He also was the first who started a commercial inter-island ferry. So kani mga barko na mamasahero, no? From Dumaguete to Dipolo, to kani mga inter-island ferries na to, siya ang unang nakanegosyoan. And as a result of his investments, Dean Conant Worcester became unbelievably rich. Nadato siya from our own resources. And he became one of the most hated figures in Philippine history. Ano man, kay nag-promise ang Americans na tagaan nila independence ang Philippines. Once the Filipinos can prove that they are able to govern themselves. So every few years, magpadala ang mga Philippines po committee to stand before the U.S. Congress to show that they are ready for independence. And every time, the U.S. Congress would defer to their expert, Dean Conant Worcester. Dean Conant Worcester would always block. He would always block the moves for independence. Why? He was making a lot of money from his inter-island ferries. He had hundreds of hectares of coconut plantation for copra. And then he did something that changed the landscape of Bukidnon. He introduced cattle ranching. So he opened up the interior of Bukidnon for cattle ranching. And he was able to lease from the government hundreds of hectares of land to raise cattle. O iyan ang gibahin-bahin sa mga barkada. Mr. Diklum, Imoning area, Mr. Fortich, Mr. Bahin-bahin na siya barkada ang yuta sa Bukidnon para sa cattle ranching. Right? Unfortunately, he died at the age of 57, around between 1924 to 1930. And when he died, all his properties were turned over to his two children. He had a son and he had a daughter. And so his children ran his ranch and his plantations and all his businesses. And then World War II broke out. So, okay, this is a picture of Worcester and his cattle ranch in Bukidnon. So when World War II broke out, after World War II, before World War II, just before World War II broke out, yung mga anak wanted to focus on their properties in the US. So they returned to the Philippine government all their land that their father had accumulated in the Philippines. So Tanang yung Kaptaman went back to the Philippine government and it became public land. Okay? So after World War II, we meet this man, Dr. Andrew Nelson. Now, Dr. Andrew Nelson was looking for a place to build a school. And he came to Bukidnon, and in his search for this place to build a school, he was so discouraged because he could not find the right place. And so one day, as they were coming back to Misamis Oriental, which was their headquarters, they passed by the Babuntaas Church. And one of the elders in Babuntaas Church, Mr. and Mrs. Antipas Valendes, welcomed Dr. Nelson and offered them to stay for the weekend. Dr. Nelson explained, nagita sila uyuta para magtutulog school. And that night, Mrs. Antipas Valendes had a dream. So grade 7, grade 8, if you are classmates with Silene Atupan, those are her great-grandparents. That night, Mrs. Valendes had a dream. In her dream, she remembered that during World War II, nanako sila sa mga Hapon, nagpuyok sila sa abandoned Worcester Ranch. Now, Worcester's ranch is very big across the Lurugan Valley. And so she told Dr. Nelson, Worcester's ranch. Now, many of you have heard the story of MBC's history. And many of us have heard the story na si Dr. Nelson nakadawat ng vision. But nowhere in any account did Dr. Nelson mention of him receiving a vision. And nowhere did any of the pioneers write about Dr. Nelson receiving a vision. Instead, Dr. Nelson and the rest of the pioneers all credit Mrs. Valendes for remembering in a dream the Worcester Ranch. And so, they surveyed the land. And Mountain View College now stands on what was part of Worcester's ranch.